always like to tell you things on the show that you can do and people you can partner with to make the world a better place. You often hear me talk about charity. My work is overseas. It's in Africa. But not everybody's called to do stuff in Africa. Some people have opportunity right in their backyard. And whatever it is and whoever it is you feel called or led to partner with, I hope that you will do so with generosity. And let me give you a local organization. I want to bring in Emily Stromquist. She's the executive director of Food for Hope, and she's on the hotline, and they're serving a lot of people in Adams County that are in need. Food for Hope executive director Emily Stromquist. Welcome to the show, Emily. Thanks for hopping on.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
I went to a gala, you say gala, I say gala, whatever it's called. I went to a little celebration with you guys a couple of months ago. With one of your board members or former board members invited me, and I went there. I was impressed with what you did. So why don't you let everybody know, first of all, who is or what is Food for Hope? Give us some background.
Yeah, so we started in 2014, but what we do is we partner with schools and school districts to get extra food and nutrition to kids who are in need. And unfortunately, right now, because of the economy and inflation and cost of living, especially here in Denver, the need is tremendous. So what we do is we have some food banks located in schools and in district sites, so it's convenient for families to get to. And we also do some weekend food bags and school snacks for kids, to just help them have what they need to grow and thrive in school.
A lot of folks are saying, wait, why is this? Help us understand why it's needed. A lot of us say, wait, I eat on the weekends. My kids eat on the weekends. What are you running across? What are some of the stories of how prevalent is hunger even in the great state of Colorado in the communities you serve?
Unfortunately, it's very prevalent, especially in this post-COVID world we're living in right now, where parents are having to make these awful decisions of, do I pay my rent or do I feed my children? We see parents who have lost jobs, who have had illness, who are, struggling because we've even seen, where spouse was deported, and so now they're trying to, support their whole family on their own. And some people are getting food assistance that have never needed it before because of the circumstances. So what we want to do is just help those kids who are helpless to the circumstances that they're in and make sure they're getting what they need every day to grow and to thrive. And there are people that are working hard for their families, and they actually make just too much. They don't qualify for food stamps, but they aren't making enough to actually pay the bills and get food on the table. And so we're trying to help those people as well.
One of the things I remember at the gala I went to that you guys hosted at the Westin Hotel in Westminster a couple of months ago is that on weekends you do these weekend food things so that kids leaving school, sometimes they get a lunch at school, but they're going to go home and possibly not eat the entire weekend. And you guys package up food and send it home for the weekend.
Yes. Yeah. Some people have unfortunately, children have very limited resources at home. Maybe parents work on the weekend too, so there's no one there to provide those meals for them. So we do weekend bags in addition to our food banks for families that could use that extra weekend support.
Obviously, you have places people can donate food, but sometimes just good old cash is a great thing as well. Talk about ways that people can help right now and connect with you, whether it's dropping food or whether it's making a big donation online, or what do you need?
Yeah, so as everyone knows, food prices are skyrocketing, and unfortunately that's even true for nonprofit organizations. So we can make dollars go further by buying in bulk through our various different sources. So yes, financial donations are welcome and appreciated, especially now. We opened a food bank last week for the school year, and we saw double the families we saw at the end of last year. So any financial contribution we are going to put towards our biggest cost, which is food for these families. And then also, yes, we accept food donations. We're located in Thornton. The best way is to connect with us through our website, which is foodforhope, just spelled out, .net. And then we're also on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, and people can get on our website and see details about donating food, volunteering, and donating financially.
If they go to your website, there's an event that I'm aware of, and I'll be hopefully be able to stop by a little bit of it. Chef Roger and Sherry are hosting a culinary experience in their private house tomorrow. There's information on your website about that. They can see upcoming events, and that's a way to enjoy a great gourmet meal and contribute to Food for Hope. The website again, foodforhope.net. One more time, you mentioned, as somebody just said, you said you're operating out of the schools. That's kind of an unusual strategy. Usually, you got to go down to the church and kind of wait in line, and they give you a bag of groceries. You're actually in the schools. What districts are you working with?
Yeah, that's kind of what we pride ourselves in, is that way that we can make it convenient for families who may have transportation challenges. We are in Adams 12 and in Adams 14 and 27J, and we're also working with Westminster Public Schools to open a food bank there.
Food for Hope, foodforhope.net. You can learn more about them. Go make a donation. A small donation, big donation. Learn more about what they do. Foodforhope.net. You guys been doing this a long time, Emily. How long?
We have. Since 2015 is when we handed out our first bags. And then, we kind of cruised along there for a while. And then since the pandemic, I have seen greater need in our community than I have since we started. So we just have some fresh wind in our sails and desire to help as many people as possible.
All right, foodforhope.net, foodforhope.net. That's the voice of Emily Stromquist. She's the Food for Hope Executive Director. You can connect with them on their website. There's that event that I mentioned that's coming up this weekend. You can find out more about it. It's at a private residence, but there's information on their website. And you can connect, you can donate. It's all there, foodforhope.net. God bless you, Emily, for all that you guys are doing. I'm glad we could raise some awareness. You got it. Emily Stromquist, Executive Director, foodforhope.net, foodforhope.net. A lot of you, a lot of folks say, how can I help locally? There's a way that you can help locally the kids.